This is a brief review of the retail method of valuing inventory. This method was used quite extensively before we had computers and other electromechanical type of record keeping systems. This retail inventory method was a very effective way for calculating retail value, inventory value, and also cost of goods sales for merchants. So let's take a look at the calculation quickly. Okay, under the retail method, we keep accounting under two categories, one being cost and one being the retail value of the inventory. And if you take a look, we do have the classical periodic inventory formula here. Beginning inventory plus purchases equals total cost of goods available for sale. But now we're going to see minus sales equals ending inventory. It's a little bit different. So we're going to skip the beginning inventory just for a moment and go on to purchases. Now, when a retail company is going to makes their purchases, they know how much they're going to mark up those purchases, typically above their cost. In this particular case, for whatever policy or reason, this company has decided to mark up its cost by 100%. In other words, it costs us $800 or $800,000 in merchandise purchases, and from a retail standpoint, that is going to be worth $1,600,000 in sales. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning inventory, and the reason for that is that the beginning inventory is a product of what we calculated in the previous ending inventory for the accounting period. So we were able to derive the beginning inventory from the inventory calculations we did in our previous retail method valuation. And in this case, we calculated that we had $200,000 worth of cost, but in this case, we had a 300% markup on retail inventory. So it's $200,000 cost and $600,000 worth of retail value. So to calculate our total cost of goods available for sale, we take our cost of $200,000 beginning inventory value, purchases of $800,000, so our total cost of goods sold available for sale at cost would be $1 million. At retail, we'd have a beginning inventory at $600,000, $1,600,000 in purchases for a total of $2,200,000. Now what we can do at this point is we can take a ratio. We divide the cost of $1 million divided by the $2,200,000 worth of retail, and that comes up to 46%. Now, we know in a retail establishment the important thing we add up is sales. So at the end of the accounting period, we add up all of our sales, and they amount to $1,500,000. Now it's a simple matter of taking the $2,200,000 worth of retail inventory, subtract out our sales of $1,500,000, and then the ending inventory at retail would be $700,000. Now the way we derive our cost is by taking the cost to retail ratio of 46%. So we take the $700,000 retail value, we multiply it times the cost retail ratio that we derived of 46%. So what we can say is that our cost is approximately, again, 46% of our retail. So our inventory cost, ending inventory cost, is $322,000. If I want now to derive my cost of goods sold, I take my total cost of goods available for sale, which is $1 million at cost. I subtract out my ending inventory of $322,000, and my cost of goods sold should be $678,000. And there's a couple of other ways to calculate retail inventory, but this is probably the most common and most straightforward calculation.